Welcome back to Virtual Gardening 101. If it's your first time, special welcome to you, and I hope that whatever I am sharing here will spark some interest and you'll continue to follow the progress of the channel. Special thanks to those who have been supporting me on this journey. Today I'm going to be talking about sweet potato. Just stick around and I'm sure at the end of it you will all learn something from this feature. Did you know that a single potato tuber, or even just a small part of it, can be used to plant an entire field? I'm not exaggerating, it's quite true. Given enough time, you'll see the result for yourself if you try it. What you're seeing here is all from just one tuber that was randomly placed in this location and left undisturbed. Now stem cuttings can be harvested from this plant here, and over time you'll end up with an entire field. Here in Jamaica, small farmers usually plant their sweet potatoes on mounds, commonly called hills, that they use the hoe to farm, even though this is not a necessity because tractors can be used to create the mounds much faster. The stems or the slips can be planted in containers as well, and that way you'll be able to harvest the potato much easier. Some farmers also practice intercropping by planting the slips or the stems on their yam hill. As long as the stem makes good contact with the soil, it will produce sweet potatoes, by the way. And I notice whiteflies seem to be a common pest. If you look closely at the back of the leaves, you'll notice a white powdery substance, and on the top there's a black coating caused by sooty mold. This area is a bit damp, and I think this is the reason why there are so many of them in this area. Whiteflies actually like humid environments. When it comes down to cultivation, they prefer well-draining, sandy or loamy soil with a pH range of 5.0 to 6.5. And it is usually recommended that you avoid overly rich soils because it can lead to excessive foliage growth rather than tubers. So it's almost like you get a lot of bush and there's no food. Fertilizing, sweet potatoes don't need heavy fertilization. Too much nitrogen is said to cause excessive vine growth and a reduction in the production of the tuber. A balanced fertilizer is usually recommended and it should be applied halfway through the growing season. When it comes down to harvesting, timing is very important. Just bear in mind that most varieties are ready to harvest between 90 to 150 days. The leaves usually turn yellow when they are close to maturity, and a sign that it's actually producing food or the tubers. You'll see the blossoms on the vine. If you're growing sweet potatoes on a large scale, especially for commercial purposes, it's very important that you have a place where you can cure them and store them, because things may happen and you may not be able to get them out as fast as possible. When it comes down to curing, sweet potatoes should be kept in a warm, humid location between 7 to 10 days at a temperature of 85 degrees Fahrenheit or 29 degrees Celsius. This process actually helps them to develop flavor and heal any small cuts or bruises that they would have picked up during the harvesting process. When it comes down to storage, after curing, they should be kept in a cool, dark and dry place, and they can last up to several months if they are stored properly. I couldn't close out this feature and not mention when I was growing up how we would go after they would have harvested the potato, and then what would left, we call it grow, and they would bring it home and we would make up fire and we would roast the potatoes in it. I'm telling you, those were some very good times. If you have any of this kind of fun memories, leave them in the comment section I would really love to hear from you.